All right, here with Ali Abdelaziz. It's a big week for you. Yeah, you got Kamaru fighting in Salt Lake, and you got Kayla over there in London. What's this week like for you?
I got the pound for pound king fighting here, UFC 278, and I got the Queen fighting in England, and it's a very big week. Yes.
What can you tell us about Kamaru, his mindset coming in this week?
Man, I think the best thing Kamaru did, take some time off. I never see him this much motivated. He's having fun. He's enjoying the week. Normally, Kamaru, it's not the nicest guy fight week. He's been great all week. He's making joke, laughing, and he's in phenomenal shape, man. If you watch his body compared to all other fight, this is the best shape I've ever seen him.
I feel like he's getting to a point now where he's 15-0. This will be his 6th title defense. If he wins this, he's starting to enter that conversation of the greatest of all time. I think he's entering that conversation. And Dana White brought it up. And I just think he's also has some big fights in front of him. He talks about moving up 2 weight classes. Is that kind of what you see? Because I know that you're pretty opinionated with what your guys should do, and you give your advice on their careers. Like what do you think this chapter of his career is?
Listen, first, the SP, he got robbed. He's the fighter of the year, my opinion. He's the fighter of the century, my opinion. And I managed so many great fighters. The way Kamaru, consistency, his strength of the schedule, and he's a busy champion. Last year he fought 3 times. And I think right now, Dana said he's the greatest welterweight of all the time. I believe he is. And I feel, I feel he's the greatest of all the time now because 16-fight winning streak in the UFC. The guy never got caught by USADA, never cheated. All those other guys, they cheated. Everybody who's in Dana mentioned their name, they cheated. He mentioned Connor's name. I love Dana, I respect Dana. But, that was crazy. How are you going to mention a guy who been finished 4 or 5 times in the UFC, or 4 times, right? 4 times. He's not even in the top 10 of the greatest of all the time. But, everybody entitled their own opinion. Kamaru, none of these guys can touch Kamaru. If right now Kamaru retired, he's the greatest of all the time, in my opinion.
Well, he's saying that he wants to skip a weight class and go all the way up to 205, and if he does that...
Listen to him. Kamaru Usman, first of all, Leon Edwards is a tough opponent, and I think anybody overlooking Leon opponent is a fool, and Kamaru is not. Mm-hmm. But I think Yuri is an easier fight than Leon, in my opinion, stylistically. I think Leon is a tougher matchup. Mm. This is my opinion. Yuri's, he's tough, he's talented, he's exciting, but Kamaru. He's easy, man. For Kamaru, he's easy. I think he's easy. My opinion.
And you think that'll happen? You think we will see Kamaru go up 2 weight classes?
Listen, Kamaru and Dana, they have so much respect of each other. And honestly, this conversation is above my pay grade. Kamaru, he have to win first. Mm-hmm. So many big fights. And they're going to talk. They have good relationship. They can talk. They're big boys. And I'm there to assist if they need me. But at the end of the day, whoever in history skipped the weight division and go and win it, right? Yep. It's about making money, right? It's about big fight. Do you think this will be a big fight? And Kamaru said, listen, I will defend it. I will defend the title too. It's not like he's going to win and run like Georges St. Pierre did, but he will defend it. And Kamaru, if he give his word, he will honor his word.
Yeah, well, it would obviously be incredible.
And anybody deserve to move to a different weight division, it is Kamaru.
Yeah.
But let's not... we have to give respect to Leon Edwards. He's the baddest dude on the planet for us today. You know what? He said today in his interview, he don't think Kamaru is the pound for pound. Mm-hmm. We think he's the pound for pound king. Mm-hmm. This week, we're just a regular guys. Kamaru's a regular guy. We're very small. We think Leon Edwards is the pound for pound king this week. Mm-hmm. He don't think Kamaru is, but we think he is.
Yeah, no, it's a great mindset to have. And then your other one, you said the queen of the pound for pound. You're referring to Kayla Harrison.
She's an absolute savage. She's a 2-time Olympic champion. She's a world champion. She's a 2-time PFL champion. She's the face of PFL. You know what I'm saying? She's everything. She's everything. She's one of the most respected athletes I ever seen in my life. Right? Mm-hmm. This camp, she went through so much stuff, and on Saturday, you're gonna see her, and she's gonna destroy this girl. And if I told you some of the stuff she's going through, but in a way, she's the most positive person. She's enjoying life, and she's very rich. You know, when you make so much money and start calling people Hollywood like Kamaru and stuff like that, like money motivator. If anybody said money doesn't motivate me, they're full of lying. You know, money motivates people, and if people want to reach certain status, they want to keep it. They know if they're not winning, they're not gonna keep it, right? Kayla's you know, everybody running from her. Amanda's running, Cyborg running. Like we see Amanda Juliana Pena. You know what I'm saying? Juliana Pena is one of the toughest human beings I ever met in my life. She exposed Amanda Nunes, and I respect Amanda Nunes. Kayla Harrison will eat every one of them breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Is a meal, you know. She'll be it's like going on a flight and eating 3 meals. That's what she do to them.
She has said that this will be most likely her last season. She won't participate in the season format anymore. What is your one hope for her, Ali, next year? What if there's one thing that you're hoping for Kayla Harrison in 2023? What is it?
Listen, you know, Cyborg, I think, has become a free agent. You know, I don't know if Bellator going to sign her or not. I don't think. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We just want to smash everybody. We want to smash Cyborg. We want to smash Amanda Nunes. You know, listen, Kayla have 2 more fights in this season. She's going to finish. And she have 2 more fights after that. And she's done. She's a free agent. You know? And PFL been great. Pete, Don, Ray. But at the end of the day, too, they love Kayla. And maybe, you know, Cyborg come over or co-promotion or somebody happen. But listen, the reason right now Kayla did not fight Cyborg because Cyborg did not want to. This is honest to God the truth. This fight could have happened. I love Scott Coker. I'm cool with Don and Pete. I got him on the phone. They talked before. The reason this fight did not happen because Cyborg didn't want to. And honestly, I understand. Cyborg have so much legacy. Why you got to fight a girl like Kayla and you lose on your way out? She's beaten all these girls. Kayla want to fight everybody.
We'll go through some of the other names on your roster. Gaethje, Justin, how is he recovering? And
he's good, man. Justin Gaethje, you're probably going to see him beginning of next year.
Okay.
Beginning of next year. His nose is still, you know, yesterday I have to stop him from training. He tried to grapple, and I jumped in. I was like, stop. His nose is not healed. Like, let Justin listen. We're going to miss Justin Gaethje because, you know, yesterday we saw a guy remind me of Justin Gaethje on the main event on Dana White Contender, Stepan, right? And this is the type of guys, they come every 10 years, right? Justin Gaethje right now is just, I would love to see him fight Conor McGregor when he come back, you know what I'm saying? Or some big fights, you know, this is what he's looking for. He's not going to be there for some guys to make a name off him.
Yeah. Would one of those guys be potentially Rafael Fiziev? He's been the one who really wants to fight.
You know, I don't think it's a fight interest us. You know, he's a great fighter. I love watching him, by the way.
Yeah.
No, nothing but respect for him. But for what? What Rafael Fiziev does for Justin Gaethje?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. What about Frankie? He told me once the retirement fight at Madison Square Garden, he threw out Dominic Cruz's name. Saw what happened to Dominic Cruz last weekend.
Actually, I spoke with Sean Shelby the other day, and I think, you know what, man, you got all these young punks calling him out and stuff like that. It make me upset. You know, they wouldn't fight Omar, but they call out Frankie, right? And you know, the boogeyman at 135 now, nobody want to fight us. Omar Nurmagomedov. Just let's be clear, right? You know, listen, I think Dominic Cruz versus Frankie Edgar sound good. Did it sound good to you? You know, Dominic Cruz is a legend. He looked great, but by the way, last fight. He talked a lot, but, you know, I like Dominic. And I think Frankie versus Dominic Cruz, if he's healthy, of course, that would be a great fight. But listen, Sean Shelby's the best what he does, man. He's going to find somebody to fight Frankie.
And last one I got for you is, how did you feel about how everything ended up with Beneil Dariush? You know, that he had the big fight, obviously, against Islam. He got injured. Now he's fighting Mateus Gamrot, who's a great fighter. Maybe not the name. You know, how do you feel about the way it shook out?
Because Chandler don't want to. Poirier don't want to. And that's the same reason. Justin don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why Fiziev going to fight someone else. He's not going to fight Justin. But at the end of the day, you know, Beneil is a fighter, man. Beneil can be a world champion in UFC. And I know I manage Islam, I manage everybody. Beneil can beat anybody on any given day. But he said, you know what? Let these guys all play touch feet, and I'm going to fight. I'm a fight, and I'm a show again, I'm the best in the world. And he choose to. I don't want him to fight, to be honest with you, but he said, no, I'm a fight anybody. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that after all of our conversations. The guy does like to fight. He likes to stay busy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Ali. I know it's a busy week for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.